Hey boys and girls, it's Miss Storman. I am here to do another math video with you, and today is pretty special because it's actually going to be our last math video together. So today what we're going to do is take what we've been working on all school year when we were back in our school in our classrooms and when we were out of school working at home. We're going to take all of what we've been working on and put it together to do something. Now, what we're going to do today is representing numbers. And you probably remember from class that representing is just a fancy way to say show. So we're going to be showing numbers in different ways. Now, you have done this all the way since back the first week of first grade. But every week when you learn new things in math, your brain got stronger and your brain learned more and you were able to do new ways or show new ways to represent your numbers. So that's what we're going to do today. If you're struggling to remember what this means, you probably remember in your classroom you might have done it during calendar. For example, my friends, we had that number of the day. So if it was the 10th day of the month, our number was 10, and then on your whiteboard you would show me all the ways you can represent 10. Today we're going to do that, and we're going to practice some different ways we can represent 10. So, or any number. Before we begin, I want you to think, what are some ways you guys in your classroom represented different numbers? What were some different ways that you could represent a number to show that number? Go ahead, shout something out. We could do 10 frames. What else? Tallies. Yes. Dice. Good. Number sentences. Number bonds. Good. What else? I could draw a picture. Man, there's all sorts of things I could do to represent numbers. So today we are going to be representing some numbers and reviewing how we can do that. So we're going to start with one we're all going to do together. So you need your whiteboard and marker. Please get that now. Remember, if you don't have that, a pencil and paper is just fine. So we're going to represent the number 7. Now, I know that you've practiced this, but some friends we might have been a while and some maybe not. So if I'm representing the number 7, I want to start by doing, I can do lots of different ways. Let's start with the tens frame. You probably know how to draw a tens frame, but if not, I'm going to remind you. Get your marker ready and do this with me. First, I draw a rectangle. Nice and neat. Not too big, it doesn't take up very much of my board, but it's big enough I can write in it. Then, I'm going to draw a line to cut across the middle like that. Then, I'm going to go from the top to the bottom. We call it in my class chops. I'm going to do 4 chops. Not 5, not 3, but 4. 4 chops like this. 1, then I do a little finger space. 2, 3, 4. Now I've done my 4 chops and I should have a tens frame. I'll check and make sure that I have 10 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have a tens frame. So now to show 7, what am I going to do? Good, I'm going to fill in 7 dots. I'm going to start in this top one and go across. 5, 6, 7. Good. Let's think of another way I could represent 7. What about a dice? I have a dice, but if you remember right, a dice only goes up to 6. So does that mean I can't use dice? Good, you're right. Instead, I'm going to have to use more than 1 dice. So I'm going to nice and neat. I am going to draw 2 dice. And I know, what's one way I could show 7? What's one way I could fill in my dice to show 7? You're right, I could do 6 and 1. And look, my dice look like a real dice. I'm not doing 6 dots wherever I want. I'm doing dice, or I'm drawing the dots like they would look on a real dice. Now, if I wanted to, I did not have to do 6 and 1. There are other ways to show 7. What's another way? 4 and 3. Is there any other ways you can think of? Good, 5 and 2. Good, so we could keep going. We could use 3 dice, we could use 2 dice, we could use 4 dice. There's lots of ways we could do it, but right now we have a couple different options. Let's look at tallies. Tallies are tricky because they help us if we're doing them the correct way, but if we get mixed up on our lines, it really confuses our brain. So tallies are really good because they help us count by 5. For example, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So to draw my tallies, here's what I'm going to do. I want 7 tallies, but I can only draw them in groups of 5. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. My 5 goes across the middle. Then I do a space and start my next group. So I have 5, 6, 7. Good. Now what else can I do? Ooh, a number sentence. Let's think. I want you to think of a number sentence you can use to represent the number 7. Good. Shout them out. What are some number sentences I could do? 6 plus 1 is the same as 7. Good. 4 plus 3 is the same as 7. Good. 2 plus 5. Good. What about a subtraction number sentence? Can anyone think of that? I'm thinking of one with my friends of 10. Good. 10 take away 3 is 7. So now on my board, I have done some different things. I've done a tens frame, some dice, tallies, number sentences, and these are just a couple options I have to represent the number 7. So this is not all the ways I could do it. There are lots more ways, but these are the ways I chose. This is my board. It's nice and neat, and I represented 7 in as many ways as I could. Now what we're going to do is I want to challenge you to represent a number as many ways as you can. So go ahead and erase your board. I want you to write the number 10. I'm going to set my watch for 1 minute. Let's see if I can get it up here. I'm setting my watch for 1 minute. When I say go, you have 1 minute to complete or to show me as many ways as you can to represent 10, okay? So I'm gonna start my watch. It's gonna be under here. I'm gonna give you 1 minute and you're going to represent the number 10 as many ways as you can. Are you ready? On your marks, get set, go. You could be thinking of a tens frame, number sentence, dominoes, dice, tallies, maybe a number bond. Got about 40 seconds left. Good job. Maybe you want to write the word for it. Keep going. You're doing great. Just a couple more seconds. Good job. If you've already done a dice, you could do it another way. If you've already done a number sentence, you can think of another one. 10 more seconds. All right, that's 1 minute. Go ahead and stop, put your marker down, and let's talk about some ways we could represent 10 together. Did anyone use a tens frame? Because when I think of 10, I think of a tens frame. So I would have represented it with a tens frame. That doesn't mean you have to. That's just what I would do. Here's my tens frame. Now I'm going to do my tallies, remember, in groups of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goes across the middle. So there's 5. Then I count on 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 across the middle. What else did you do? Dice, good. Can anyone shout out the way you did your dice? Good, 5 and 5, you could have done that. 4 and 6, good. 7 and 3, 2 and 8, all fantastic. Did anyone do number sentences? Good, I hear 8 and 2, 6 and 4, 7 and 3, 9 and 1. Good. What about a number bond? That's my number bond, 6 and 4. Let's see, I have room for one more way to represent 10. What's one more way you represented 10? Maybe you drew a picture. 10 circles. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fantastic, those are all ways I can represent 10. So now we've represented some numbers. Today, your assignment is going to be to represent some numbers as many ways as you can. And I want you to get creative. Think of number sentences with 3 numbers. Maybe you can do some takeaway sentences. You can do dice, but show me different ways you can use the dice. But before we go, I want to show you, you're going to have some bigger numbers to represent today. So if I have the number 19, it looks like that. I had some friends ask me, well, if I have a tens frame, I can't do that with 19 because there's only 10 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what am I going to do? Good, I need a second tens frame. So I'll just draw a second one. And there I have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now, here's something new you can do. You have worked very hard the last few weeks on your base 10 and drawing your base 10 blocks. So remember, a 10 looks like this and 1s look like this. So I can draw the number 19 with my 10s and 1s. So instead of doing 19 dots, I can do my base 10 block. So to draw 19, I'd go 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So those are just a couple tips. So if you are a little confused on the tens frame, you might need to use more than one, just like the dice. Sometimes you need more than one dice because it only goes up to 6. And then a new thing you've learned is your base 10. So you can even do a number sentence with base 10 blocks. So maybe I know 19 could be 10 and 9. Well, I could draw that. 10 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 1 10. That's not a 1 for me right now. I'm making that my 10. Plus that equals 19. So I can represent it in different ways that I have learned all year long. So today your assignment is going to be to represent these numbers. 20, 16, 32, 53, 4, and 12. So 20, 16, 32, 53, 4, and 12. You're going to take these and represent them as many ways as you can just on your board. So it doesn't have to be a whole lot. You don't have to do it over and over every single possible way until your hand hurts. Just on your whiteboard or on your paper, pick the number, do it, and then you can do another one as many ways as you can think to fit on your board nice and neat. Now, this is 6 different numbers. So today for your assignment, when you're done, you don't have to take a picture of every single one. Pick your favorite one you represented, take a picture with it, and send it to your teacher so they can see how you've represented numbers. Because this is something we worked on all year long, so we're so excited to see the new ways you have to represent these numbers. So, remember, do your assignment, show it to your teacher. We cannot wait to see it. See you soon, boys and girls.